Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Lady Nika in with another retro review. This is DynastyCirca 1981, Season 1, Episode 7, entitled The Bordello Child. Now, it's nightfall, coming up morning, night shift at Walt and Matthew's drilling site, and they're about to call it a work day when Matthew asks if he did anything to Stephen because for the last few days, Stephen has been avoiding him. Walt offers Stephen to go to this spot for breakfast and say he accepted it. And when he go to get cleaned up, Matt says to him that it's nice to see Walter being nice to him. He he thought Walter would actually have an issue with the young man because of how he is. Walter said, well, he works well and he's a hard worker and you can't do anything but respect that. Now, I didn't trust Walter in this because he is one of those types that do get uncomfortable around gay folks. Matt may be comfortable, but he lacks knowledge as well. But look at the era. This is 1981. Matt said that he's surprised Walt was okay with it, someone like him, someone like Stephen with his problem. So he views being gay as a problem and not just who someone is. And Walter said anything broken can be fixed. So right then and there, we know he thinks that the boy is broken and needs to be fixed. I wasn't feeling that. Now, after everyone is gone, we see that Ed, oh, I can't stand Ed, pulling some type of sabotage thing around the rig. Screwing, loosening screws and whatnot. He up to something. Then we see Stephen call Claudia. It's 6 in the morning, talking about thank you for having him over for dinner. And although it is 6 a.m., he wanted to just address the kiss that happened between them at the end of their evening together when he was invited to dinner. He said he wanted to apologize, but he don't feel sorry. And she said she didn't either. So that was it, and that was all. I said, oh. The maid wakes Crystal up saying that Blake wants to see her in the library. Apparently there is a crisis where Blake's interests may be in jeopardy. Andrew the lawyer is there very concerned and insisting Crystal must be involved or they are gonna all be on the unemployment line. When Crystal come in, she confused. Blake clears the room to tell her, along with Andrew, that she is needed to sign some papers as Blake's wife. He explains that he needs to put his holdings where his competitors can't reach them. She asks, was it legal? And he got irritated, asking her, I just told you what it is. Can't you just trust me and sign? At that moment, Blake gets a call from London. And as Crystal listens to him, eagerly talking to this person on the phone. Even though she don't know what she's signing, she signs it anyway. Then we see Walt and Stephen heading out to breakfast, just talking about, former wives that Walt has had and why the marriages failed. Then he went to talking about a woman's feature and, what he calls fierce in one of his ex-wives. Then he asked Stephen if he knew anything about that, which about what he was speaking of. And Child Stephen said, sure I do. Child, he parked at this place. And you could tell this is somebody's house. It's like a home. It's a bordello. And Stephen is shocked. He trying to convince Stephen that, man's supposed to be with woman. That's the way God made it. Stephen say he ain't in the mood. And then this lady come out inviting them in, and Stephen agrees to go ahead and go inside with Walt. All they needed to do was bust out a fucking tune. And I would have sworn we was at the best little whorehouse in Texas. Women all on the balconies outside and shit, child. Walt needs his ass whooped. He already seems to be a regular there. Well, anyway, the hostess inside gave him a photo book of the girls to choose from. She suggested an old girl, and asked about Walt, and he said, nah, he was good. Not this time. He don't need servicing today. He'll just wait on the young man. Now, Walt ain't a complete idiot. The one thing I did like about him, I saw his piano skills, and he said that his mama made him learn how to play it. Then Madam tells Stephen which door to go through but to meet his lady. And right away the young lady is asking as soon as he come in there, do you want me to undress you? He said he can do it, but child, you can tell he's like a fish out of water. He was not here for it. She went to letting the blinds down and trying to set the mood, and he was totally awkward and wasn't feeling her at all. She was all but begging him, and Stephen said that he worked graveyard and he just tired. He only came because Walter wanted him to come. Stephen wanted to talk and chill, but Sarah Pat, which is the little trick's name, said she don't get paid for chatting. She calmed down and was willing to, just chill, but she said she still has to charge him. And he said it's cool, and they end up watching TV the whole time. Then on the way back, Walt think he done did something talking about he knew he could fix it. How the hell you think you could fix somebody from being gay because you took him to a hoe out? Child, even if he laid with that ain't got nothing to do with what he really desired. It just mean in that moment his man who would work. But in this boy's case, he ain't do nothing but watch Happy Days. Really? Child, Crystal at the court trying to learn how to perfect her game of tennis with her friends, talking about, it's detrimental around there that you know how to do it. Now, one of her friends is very jealous. She very jealous because she feel like she better at typing, she better at playing tennis, she better at everything. But yet here Crystal is with everything, and as her friend was all jealous and running her down, Crystal walked up on her and heard everything she was saying, but she didn't get mad. She said that she understood how the lady felt. Now at the drill site, Ed done set Stephen up for equipment to malfunction. Charlie got him hanging upside down. Walter and Matt get there, and the crew said that he did something that messed them up, and they wasn't letting him down till he admitted. Wall insisted, as well as Matt, cut him down. At that point, Walt says that they're going to have to call Carrington or one of the other wealthy birds to see if they want in, so they can continue or they can go broke. He tells Matt, it's not like we didn't try. Matt says give them a day to see if they can find another way out. But they need financial support and they need it bad now because whatever that was that happened at that drill site, that damn Ed set up is really setting them back and they gonna need financial back. And you remember they barely had any funding to start with, okay? Now, Matt, yeah, he said give him a day. Stephen apologized for causing this problem. And basically, he was fired, child. He was fired. Stephen goes home, freshens up, and meet Crystal and Blake at the lunch table. Blake already knew about what had happened at the site. And Stephen asked him, well, he said, well, it's my fault. Blake didn't know that. Then he asked his dad to give them an extension on their lease time, and Blake said, why? I've been waiting on this to happen. Why would I help them? Plus, he said he got problems of his own, and Stephen pleaded with his father, saying, Madam, Walt is not the reason you're having problems, but I am the reason that they're having problems. He offered to come back to work for his father and be the son he wants him to be. So Blake said, you're willing to work in my PR department. If I call my man's on the phone that runs it right now, you're willing to work in my PR department and date his daughter and stop his New York curious ways, is what he said. He's willing to do all of that. All he asked his father to do is to help Matt and Walt because he feels guilty about being the reason why their business could go under. Blake said that no terms and conditions. You will be what I want you to be, period. Stephen got up to walk away and Blake called him back. He said he's not trying to hurt Stephen and he don't believe Stephen is trying to hurt him. However, he do think he needs him to understand that he built this empire for his family, for him. And he's not going to be around forever. Hold on. Okay. He said he's not going to be around forever. And he said that he wanted him to basically be prepared to take the reins. It's all for him. Stephen said, I appreciate that. And I believe that you really think that it's like that way. But he asked him again, are you going to help Walt and Matt? And he said a strong no. And Stephen walked away. Crystal was bothered. Blake asked what was she thinking about. She said about how beautiful it is here and how and sometimes how ugly it is. She said Stephen is his son. He opened up to him. He was at his mercy and Blake cut him off, and Blake wanted to know was her concern for Stephen or Matthew Blaisdell. She said that was a rotten thing to say. She said Matt was his good friend until a few weeks ago and he worked hard for Blake. Blake said he walked out too. She said to make it on his own like you did. Blake said, but he's failing. And she said, and did you do all you could do to make sure that that happened? They got into the issue of politics and business, and basically Blake said he got stockholders and board of directors to answer to. And yes, sometimes he's a shrewd businessman, but that's how it is. He said the world is full of wolves and sheeps, and sheep always get eaten by the wolves. Crystal said, well, I'm a sheep. He said, what does that mean? She said, I was used to seduce Matt. Child. Stephen in his room packing, and Fallon come in there saying that she wanted to go too. She asked if he was going back to New York to be with Ted. Stephen said that he's going back because he wants to, and that because he has no life there in Denver. She asked if he was in love with if Stephen was in love with the guy Ted. He admits that he is in love with a man, but he also pointed out that she is married to a man that she is not in love with and asks which one is worse, which one is more immoral. She asks how does he know that she's not in love with Jeff, and he said he can see it. So she said, so being gay makes you clairvoyant, which she quickly apologized for because that wasn't necessary. He said maybe he may be in love with a man, but he knows his sister, and she's not in love with the man she married to, and he don't like that. He said she just like their father, Blake Carrington, always got a reason. She said he needs to be more not concerned with what she said he needs to step into his place, not be concerned with who she don't care who he sleep with. Just keep your business to yourself and reap the benefits of being Blake Carrington's son and not be self-destructive. Keep his private life to himself and utilize his options, is what she said. She wants him to stay because she loves him. He said he loves her too, even though she don't deserve him, and he decided he would in fact stay. Now over at Matt and Claudia's house, they having a drink so he can sulk. She says a man has a right to say how he feels as well, not just women. He said he ain't been to therapy, so maybe he not aware of how or what she talking about. She said, well, maybe you should learn. And he told her to get off his back. She said, just share with me how you really feel. It's no harm in that. Your anger, your pain, your fear, your upset, everything, share it. It's no problem. While she trying to get him to share feelings, Crystal goes to her friend for help because she wants to sell some jewelry to be able to make a replica to keep Blake off her ass, but also to get money to help Matt. She said she was used, and she in turn used Matt, and now she just want to make it right. Later on, we see Crystal go to see Matt at the site. She says she came to give him something, and she presents him with a stack of money that would help him in his business. He was about to protest, and she reminded him, look, I already know what's going on with you. You got a family, so take the money. She said, look, you could even pay it back. He said, well, how long do I have? She said, 6 months should be good enough. He said Blake wanted their place. So why are you there helping her? Why are you here helping me? And she said she got her reasons. Next thing I know, they go to kissing and saying they love each other. And I thought they was about to get it in, but Crystal said no, she can't give him anything else that belongs to Blake, and she left. And that brought us to the end of episode 7. It was real quick, child. It wasn't that much to it, but I got what I needed to get out of it. So that was it. That was all. I am having problems uploading tonight. It's taking forever, but we will get them up. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the retro reviews. Please check out my World Outside Your Window updates on Kawan Charles that will be up on the channel. in a matter of hours. Also, check out The World Outside Your Window episode where I talk about Virginia joining two other states and signing in the Brianna's Law. Please check all of that out. Also, make sure you check out my Real Housewives of Atlanta review for season 13, as well as my celebrity talk where I talk about Wendy Williams' mother passing, and today she did speak about it on her Hot Topic show. That's it. That's all. Remember, in closing, you do not have to be great to get started, but you have to get started in order to ever be great. And the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, on your way out, please remember to thumbs up the video, drop something in the panty. If you have anything you want to say, drop it in the panty below. And also remember to subscribe to this channel as well as my backup channel if you have not already. The link for the backup channel is always in the description box below the title of every video. So subscribe to both of the channels. Also tap your notification bell buttons, set them thing to all, and you should receive a notification of each and every time I go live or do a pre-recorded video from this channel or my backup channel. Have a great remainder to your Monday night. I plan on doing the same. And I'll see you guys in the den on Wednesday. And we'll be doing uploads all throughout the week, y'all. Just be looking for me. But we'll be in the den on Wednesday. Enjoy your day. Well, enjoy your night. Peace.